Rose to Griffin. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
Rose into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Drummond. Nikola Vucevic pins it. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Magic have it. Markelle Fultz. Deep right corner. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim. Short.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Buries it on the... Catch and shoot.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Rose to Drummond. Can't miss those. Fultz into the front court. His team up by 1. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
To Alonzo Trier. Screen coming. Alonzo Trier to Rose. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
He missed that shot on his own. The defense didn't do anything on that play to make him miss.
It was right there.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Fultz with the basketball. Leads 1. Fournier. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Nikola Vucevic snatching it out of the air.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Defense. Defense, let's go.
Rose. Now a steal as the Magic have it. Throws it up.
I got ball.
It's Detroit's ball. Alonzo Trier to Drummond. From the painted area, won't go down. Gordon, pass to the rim. A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it. Nikola Vucevic with the block. That's his 3rd block this evening. There's the toss. Slam dunk for Markelle Fultz.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Here comes the screen.
Right. Left, left, left.
Alonzo Trier to Rose. Fires the three. Derrick Rose. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Coach of the Magic will use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Isaac.
Screen, I got your help.
Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Kennard to Griffin. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Orlando ball. To Stevenson. Andre Drummond able to recover with the block. Jackson with it. They trail by 2. Andre Drummond at the line. Can't connect on the first free throw.
Next time, next one.
Off the mark. 0 for 2 at the line.
Watch the slip, watch the slip.
Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Pistons ball here. Jackson. Takes stock of the floor. To Jackson.
Watch that cutter, watch that cutter, watch the cut, watch the cut.
To Luke Kennard.
Shots up, shots up.
You talk about forcing things up. Too much pressure that time. Augustine with it up top. They can get a 2 for 1 if they play this right. Stevenson.
Coming left. Oh, yeah, we switching.
The Magic with 4 to shoot. Has a look. Doesn't get the bounce.
But if great shooters keep getting open looks, it's a matter of time before they start knocking them down. You have to start contesting some.
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Let's go. Let's play deep, play deep, play deep. Come on, you gotta work around the screen. You're killing me.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. 1 quarter down with the Magic in front. second quarter is set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
I got ball, I got ball.
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter, and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
My ball, my ball.
I got ball, I got ball, I got ball.
You're up. That's fine.
The screen sets him up for two.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Nothing going here on that drive. Isaac to Stevenson. Cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball, and there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Kennard to Reggie Jackson. Detroit with 4 to shoot. Jackson. Reggie Jackson. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Stevenson, defended by Markieff Morris. Mo Bamba powers it through.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
I got ball, I got ball, I got ball.
Jackson.
That's fine. Yep.
Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2.
Good shot.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Now the Magic gonna signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over in a 1-point basketball game. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Here's Orlando with the basketball. Going a launch beyond the arc. That's how you defend.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Out of bounds the call off Jonathan Isaac. Jackson.
Nice.
Runner here won't go down.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chippy.
Yep. We go. Trap this. Trap this. Come on,
Jackson.
I like this double team right here. Wait on it. Double.
To Alonzo Trier.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready.
I got ball. I got ball. That's me.
Isaac. To Mo Bamba. Fires the three. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. The possession in favor of Detroit.
I got mine. Y'all get yours. I got mine.
To Jackson.
That's fine. Yep.
Ah, rocking the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Yep. Oh, here we go. Let's ride.
Hey, get mine. I got yours. I got yours.
Wait on it. Go. I got you right here. Stop.
He cruises in for two. Too easy.
Nice.
Man, he got blown by on that one. But sometimes those plays can spark the defender to
Hey,
buckle
check up,
down
let's go.
and give way more effort to not be embarrassed like that ever again.
Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Count the bucket for two.
This is a statement game for this unit. This defense has generated a lot of easy offense. And the one thing we know in the league, easy offense is hard to come by.
Augustine with the basketball.
Here we go.
Leads just a point. He connects with the step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Now the Pistons going to use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a three-point game. New blood coming in for both sides.
Everybody pick up. Everybody pick up. D up. D up.
Rose to Griffin.
Yep. Yep.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Blake Griffin at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 68%. And he missed the free throw.
Open, right? Wait on it.
Fultz into the front court. His team up by one.
Shot. Box out.
Markelle Fultz. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Lets it fly from long range. Derrick Rose. Teams have told him to shoot more. Hits the tough shot.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, Ed.
Vucevic to Fultz.
Hit.
He flashing. He flashing. Bump him.
Shot clock winding down.
Watch his back, though. Hand up. Hand up.
Fultz. That's off the side of the rim. No good.
Hey, this is my man right here. Y'all get yours. I got ball. I got ball.
Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. Fultz with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Mo Bamba.
That's fine. Yep.
Screen coming. Shot clock. It's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Gordon. Off the iron. No good.
Shot. My fault.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. To Rose. to Griffin. For three, and Blake Griffin buries the three with a hand in his face.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality, positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Screen coming. Fultz to Vucevic. 5 to shoot for Orlando. From long range, like the confidence, but Bamba forced that one. Rose into the front court. The margin is 3 as we approach halftime. Try from the baseline, but it won't go down. To Fultz. Markelle Fultz. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Rose had made his first couple, but he misses there. Straight on 3 at the buzzer. So a tie one as we reach the break in a 1-point game. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Pistons are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the Detroit Pistons. The Magic are within striking distance at the half. And even though they don't have the lead, they're doing a great job of moving the ball around. They might find themselves on the winning end of the scoreboard if they can keep it up. These are the guys getting buckets for the Orlando Magic.
Game track. Bench points.
This is a game where the bench guys deserve a bit of the spotlight. The thing is, you need a spotlight big enough for the reserves on both squads. This is a game that's been all about the depth in the depth chart.
Player of the half.
Blake Griffin was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half, and I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Magic basketball.
I got ball. I'm here.
Here we go. Watch the screen. I got him.
Markelle Fultz to Fournier. Nikola Vucevic. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Rose into the front court. His guys now trailing by a point.
Nice.
Rebound pulled in by the Magic.
D up, y'all.
Oh, lots of contact there. Still gets it to go.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Screen coming.
Wait on it. Go. I got you right here. Stop.
5 seconds to shoot.
Screen coming right.
Watch that cutter.
Rose misfires. It's no good. To Fultz. Markelle Fultz. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Rose into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. The pass set it all up.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Fournier.
Pick coming left. Left.
Shot. Box out.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Please contest
Ooh,
the shot.
cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Rose into the front court.
I got ball.
Down 5. Screen coming. To Rose. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Beyond the arc for 3.
Boy, you know you can't
Rebound
shoot.
taken by the Magic. Deep left corner.
Come on, show
Rebound
me something,
Drummond.
baby. It's game time.
Rose into the front court.
I got him.
5-point game. Screen coming
Right.
to Drummond. The big fella, Andre Drummond. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
False. Can't connect. It's no good. Rose gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
Let's go. Pick him up.
To Fournier. Here's a chance from long range. Evan Fournier bothered just enough there. Rose into the front court. His guys now down by a point. And he throws it down. Andre Drummond with the slam.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice.
Here we go.
It's Orlando's ball.
baby.
Cutter, I got yours.
Watch that screen. Hey, clear out. I got this.
Nice finish at the rim.
That's a midi.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Whistle stops play, and we'll get a timeout here for Detroit as they'll talk things over in a 1-point basketball game. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Come on. Who gonna do this? Stop the ball.
Rose to Alonzo Trier. Derrick Rose. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
In the front court, it's Augustine. They trail by 1. Here comes the screen.
Screen right, screen right, screen right.
To Stevenson. 4-3, and he burns them.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Here comes the screen. Gets to the basket and scores.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Augustine with it up top. Our score all even in this third quarter. Screen coming. Augustine guarded by Derrick Rose. To Vucevic. Stevenson.
Back door, back door.
Not that time.
Make that, baby. Gotta make that.
Rose into the front court. Tie game, third quarter. To Griffin. Good look that time, but off the mark. Augustine with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. From the painted area, won't go down. Here comes the screen. Alonzo Trier. To Griffin. Has a chance. Griffin's shot off the mark.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Stevenson to Vucevic. Nikola Vucevic. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2. Now the Pistons going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Pick up, pick up, pick up.
Jackson gets it in the left corner. To Luke Kennard.
Cutter, get a tag.
Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
He'll let one fly from half court. Third quarter comes to an end. The Magic have the lead. Pistons basketball here to start the fourth quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Screen left coming.
Here comes the
left coming,
screen.
Screen left.
Reggie Jackson, 3 for 6 now.
Right back to you.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
To Vucevic. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Nikola Vucevic, hand in his face, no problem. Hits the 3.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Nikola Vucevic sends it away. 4th this contest.
I got him.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Luke Kennard. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot.
Side up. Get out.
Deep 2 there. Won't go.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
To Vucevic.
You've been working on this.
Fournier. No good.
Give it to me.
Nikola Vucevic. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game. Whistle stops play, and we'll get a timeout here for Detroit as they'll talk things over here in this 4th quarter.
The best basketball. And I know I'm saying this, and I shouldn't be saying it because I'm calling the broadcast, but as a player and a fan, you know you tune in to the 4th. This is where guys earn their paychecks. This is where you see real fight and real hustle.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Jackson to Alonzo Trier. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Slam dunk for Markelle Fultz.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Screen.
Alonzo Trier to Luke Kennard. Fires the 3. Luke Kennard bothered just enough on that one. Going to launch beyond the arc. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Reggie Jackson, 4 out of 7.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
I'm on D.
To Fournier. Fires the 3, and Evan Fournier, tough make that time. Can't really fault the defender.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
To Griffin. Alonzo Trier to Luke Kennard. Shot clock to 4 for the Pistons. Can't connect. Shot was forced.
I'm D. All right, get back.
To Fultz. Lets it fly from long range. Markelle Fultz forcing that one there. Well defended. Jackson with it. The deficit now up to a dozen. Reggie Jackson. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
I got ball. Pick up. Match up.
Yep. Put her on. Wait on it.
Fultz to Aaron Gordon. Andre Drummond tips it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. Markelle Fultz sends it away.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
To the basket goes Jackson, but his shot won't fall. Fultz into the front court. Up a dozen.
Hey, double screen.
A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Pistons have it.
Defense, let's go.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Fournier to Stevenson.
Ball up. Shot.
That's short.
Can't connect.
Hey, switch.
Kennard to Reggie Jackson. Off the assist.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
To Fournier.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Kennard to Jackson. Detroit with 4 to shoot.
Watch that back door.
For 3. Fultz there for the rebound.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
To Fournier. Fultz. Free throws coming up.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
Hits the second. One more coming. Perfect from the line.
go.
Hits
Yes,
all
sir.
3 of them.
Wait on it. Go, son. I got you right here. Stop.
Self-check.
Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. Deep 3 at the buzzer. The Magic secure the victory as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Magic put together a nice win here today, and the way they attacked the rim was outstanding. Not only is the dunk a high-percentage shot, it's also a great way to test the confidence of the defense. The Pistons didn't get the victory they wanted here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Detroit Pistons.
Game track. Assists.
The Orlando Magic showed off the kind of team chemistry that coaches love to see from their players. The more they moved the ball, it showed how much they trust each other. In the end, they got to win, and it looked like they had a great time doing it.
Player of the game.
Fultz put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped, and when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And here we've got the upcoming games for the Orlando Magic. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.